my first symptoms of MS were not being able to run. That was about 1995 there. But I was diagnosed in the hospital in Galway. Unfortunately for me, it primarily progressed MS. Everything has to be low and easy for me. Thanks mainly to my parents who look after me and other people, and that's how I try to cope. But I would not wish it on anyone.
Our job encompasses the entire gamut of neurological problems, including people with stroke. So our ratios compared to other countries are still pretty bad. It's less than it's about 1 in 200,000, I suppose. And it means very long waiting lists for people. It means very, very big and oversubscribed clinics, and it means probably fewer appointments than they should have.
Trace back till I was 17 years of age. My left foot started to drag. Unfortunately, I had other medical difficulties which kind of hid it. It would have there was no real alarm system there about the foot. So it was a relief when MS was diagnosed in the end. I knew what my enemy was, and I knew I was able to fight it, which I do every day. Fatigue is a huge, colossal impact on my life. Just, you can't take anything for granted. Getting up every morning and getting dressed, showered, and going to work. Those 8 hours are, they're a huge impact on me physically, but mentally I need it because it gives me life, and I can forget about MS. Hello, good morning. This is the National Concert Hall box office. I was just returning your call about your inquiry for our performance here on Friday evening. And I like talking to people and helping them as much as I can, giving them the best seats available, and especially with people with disabilities. I would have a lot more compassion for them, and I would be able to advise them on how best to come into the hall. My dream is to see my 2 children grown up into adults and, enjoy life as much as I can. My dream and hope also is that I will have my husband for as long as I can, and that we'll always be together, because I couldn't cope without him.
Part of the jobs that we have is to be appropriately optimistic, because optimism is really where we're at with MS. I mean, the treatments are improving all the time.
I was 24 when I had my first symptoms, and I was diagnosed that year, but my sister is a doctor, and she got in contact with a friend of hers and put me in contact with St James's in Ireland, which would be the best place to be as far as neurologists go. And so I never had to wait for months to see a neurologist, and a lot of people do. I learned a bit more about MS, and I was coming to grips with it, and I thought that I'd really come to grips with it completely, and I was actually kind of on a cloud 9 at one stage, and thought, you know, I could be one of the lucky ones that never relapses, and this will just be a little thing that happened, and you know, in a couple of years' time we can look back and laugh at it. But I relapsed then, and it was only really when I did relapse that I came to grips with the whole diagnosis at all, really, and what, you know, came to grips with how MS is going to affect me, I suppose. It's a love-hate relationship, I think. It amazes me how the body can recover really back to any kind of a normal state after being blind in one eye and then being able to see again. Then that's great. But when you're stuck in the middle of a relapse, and I hated it. Yeah, so it's a bit like that. I don't think I'll ever fully love MS, but I've accepted it now.